Hello world, this is JWP, J-Word Primo Beats, coming to you live from my bedroom. For around 20 years, I've been mixing and mastering music, rapping, songwriting, recently started singing, along with everything else that goes with music production, such as graphic design and editing, photo editing, video editing, and for around 15 years, I've been using SynthEdit to make my own audio plugins. Check out my website, jwpsite.com, for my social links, latest news and updates, and public offerings. If you'd like to help support what I do, check out my GoFundMe, JWP Fund, or my PayPal, jwpmas@gmail.com. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever makes you click or appreciate it. So I'll be continuing along with exporting my beat catalog here, backing it up and going through it. And once last I left off, I was fighting with a specific one. I think it's GUI base. Oh, I didn't want to open that, I don't think. And what I had determined was I have to put the samples in the right spot. So I gotta figure out what that right spot is, right? It's a GUI base. Can I jump to it? And then this one, and then I go into a notepad to read the exact locations here. Okay. Let's go find, and we'll say DWP. How is that a DWP? Find a DWP, not. Okay. So see documents and settings, user, my documents. This must be like a Windows 7 location, maybe? Because I don't think user exists. Maybe that's just what I called my user. Either way, I have to put things there, right? Okay, so I'll head there. I need a new Explorer window first off. And perhaps what I can do is, oh, that's not even a location, right? Okay, so see, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like a Windows 7 kind of thing. Yeah, because I don't see documents and settings, so you jump right into users, right? Okay, so I need a new location called documents and settings. Also, I want to open this first one. That's the one with all the samples, right? So I'll just directly save the samples there. 98, yeah. So part 1 is the one with all the samples. So I'll get that loading, because I know that will load, because it has the samples. And then I want to start a new folder here in C drive and call that documents and settings. I already have a folder. Okay, so did I already do that? Or is it just like an invisible folder? What's in here? Nothing, right? Okay, I think it's an invisible folder. Access is denied. Good. Okay, so let me see what happens if I go like this. Maybe I'll go all the way up to user here. Let's try this. Access is denied. So it exists, but where does it exist? My documents, maybe? So maybe like here? Okay. So I'll try this. Because apparently I can't make this folder. It says that it's already there and I can't access it. So user, it must be like global parameter. Of course, Windows has to be weird. Okay, so let's try here. And I'll put this, what do I got? DWP samples. Oh, yeah. And then inside of there, I have another folder called QL base or whatever, QL GUI base. Okay, and then inside that folder, I have the sample saved. So I'll head here, and it's just this one. Oh, I have the drum kit too. Okay. So save program as. And then I head. Of course, I got these, right? Okay, so yeah. DWP somewhere? No? Am I not in the right place here? I literally just made the thing, right? Documents DWP samples. There they are. Then here and then there. Okay, so... Oh, it's saving? Okay. Oh, maybe I'll try... I don't know where it's looking for this eBurn kit. See if I can find it here. ekit_burn. Okay, so I gotta push this button. No, it doesn't look like it's been... Looks like it's been converted. It has a name location, but... Yeah, I could always just load it. Oh, here we go. So it looks like it's installed as, you know, like a DWR FPC kit. So how do I deal with that? Like, why isn't it ekit burn right here? Well, it's kind of already loaded, right? Okay, so I'll see if it'll load 5 now. And hopefully it sees. It shouldn't have to locate though. Okay, so apparently that's not the location. But I don't know how to create a directory documents and settings if Windows already has one. Like, where does that live? Windows 10 C documents and settings location. See users, your user ID app data local. So it's probably still not going to load, eh? Did it freeze? Yeah, it froze. Well, it didn't necessarily freeze, it's just, yeah. Okay, so where do I put these then? See users, your user data. App data local. But is that the same thing? Like, I feel like I'm already there, kind of thing. Okay, so let's do it. See users, your user ID. App data. Oops. App data local. So is this where I put it then? Let's try here. Okay. Now reopen 10. Then I want number 5 again. And no, it still goes looking. So let's see here. Yeah, no, see, like that's documents and settings here. See if I can get in anywhere. /Justin, maybe? Yeah, okay. See documents and settings. So this has to be like user. Users. So let's try adding a new one here. Call that user. And then maybe now it'll let me in. Okay, so C users, this is C documents and settings /user. Okay, so what about Justin? Where does that bring me? What? Did I spell something with too many T's? Okay, let's try user again. Yeah, okay, so that's how I get there. Ever, like, rigging it, there's a lot of rigging there. Okay, so this is frozen again. Let's close that. And then And where did I put... I think I just stuck it in documents, right? But I was just there. Oh, app data. That's where I put it. Local... JWP samples. So then I go C, users, user, and then it goes here. Apparently that's the original location. Okay, so hopefully FL Studio now sees that when it tries to access this folder, right? It'll see that. Jamon Lee. No. Maybe? I don't know. I mean, I did everything right. That should work. And I don't really feel like emulating like Windows 7. Just for this one file. So when it gives up, does that just cancel? Maybe I gotta install the FPC first. That's why it can't find anything. Well, that's why it can't load, and then I can just load everything else. Maybe once it hits the FPC, it craps out. Well, it's still going, which is interesting. Like, it hasn't frozen yet. Question is it going to make it all the way? Yeah, it's still going. So it might be like finding them just like really slowly, which is annoying. So I'll wait it out till it stops, like till it freezes. Is my microphone even on, or am I just talking to nothing? Oh, good. Okay. And it's frozen. Probably because I looked away. I don't know. Really, either way. That's all it took, was looking away. The observer effect. And it's true for... Okay, I'll get FPC installed here. I think I actually have it in resources. I just seen it. Is it already loaded though? Isn't it though? Because like it's in the list. But I don't understand why it can't find it. Maybe that was the Windows 10 version that couldn't find it. Okay, so then we go burn, right? Yeah, no, it's there. I can't hear anything though. Yeah, okay. And then... So it's there already. So those files are there. And what am I doing wrong here? Let's open this up, and I don't remember closing this. But apparently I did. Okay. So let's say find, this is Understrat or JWP, right? Go down, go. Okay, so documents and settings, user, my documents. I think that's what I'm missing. Okay, so yes, my space documents, documents, like that. And then I'll put this in there. Yes. Now it should find it. Okay, I'll close this now. Remember closing it. Now can you find it? Oh, cancel. I want number 5. I don't know why it's defaulting on 4. No, it's fine. I don't want. And no, it's still looking. It's there, man. I put it in the spot you wanted. Why do you gotta do me like this? Maybe it's just loading really slow. Like I keep saying maybe this, maybe that, but... Oh, man. So I'll wait it out. Like, it's there. It's where it's supposed to be. I don't know why it can't find it. I can't look away, right? Gotta watch it slowly load. It seems like it's loading a little faster, though. I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's just a shortcut to stop thinking about something, so... Yeah. Just needs more consideration here. I can't look away. I can't do anything, so I just have to wait it out here until it freezes or it loads. So AB, and there's quite a bit of samples in there. So just the waiting game now, I suppose. Waiting it out. Still waiting. Waiting game. I wonder if my sheep chat's running. I've been curious about that. Let's see here. Sheep chat. Test. Yeah, it's still running. But my, oh, there it is. I was feeling to say my social stream isn't running. But apparently it is. Okay, so it's still moving, like it's still alive, which is interesting. Yeah, no, it's still going. So that's sort of a good sign, I guess. And then hopefully I can like reload this. I know I can't reload that previous one, so I might have to go back to that previous one. This is a lot of like headache for one file, and I don't think it's going to stop here. This headache is going to continue, right? But I'm learning like how to do these. And I'm just filling empty air here with conversation. So this is going to be a lot worse than I expected. Hopefully things start to speed up and I got like... Oh, it's starting to get chunky there. The loading bar is just kind of like... So I don't know what that's all about. I gotta make it to the point where it just kind of either breaks down or it loads up. Oh, look, the loading bar smooth again. Well, it was. And there's so many. This is slow. And I can't look away. So maybe it did like repair it. Because it didn't make it this far before. And I'm sure like it just stalled before. Right? I'm trying to load something and it just stalled after like the first couple samples. So I think it's just looking at all the samples and picking the one out of the things when it really shouldn't. It should be able to just see them and load them, right? Because it shouldn't have to locate them. I have these samples on both directories, maybe because there's so many directories. It's just so much loading time. Almost torture. So relating to FL Studio, I should just be talking to myself, but I need to fill this empty air, right? Relating to FL Studio, I recently inquired about scaling VST plugins, and Reflex said no. He said that not all plugins will use the wrapper scaling ability and it'll cause more service requests than it's worth to do. However, I disagree because having individual scaling on each wrapper would allow for like, say you're done with something but you want to keep it open, you can kind of minimize it, make it a little small, like 50%. It'd be nice if they could do 50%. I doubt it though. But still the same thing too applies to bigger screens. You could have, you know, like a certain plugin, like for example, if I had a 4K monitor, which eventually I will, I need to be able to scale things, especially depending on like different display sizes. Or you could have, you know, the same plugin twice, but different sizes, different plugins, different sizes. It would be so much better for workflow, although I'll be leaving FL Studio sooner than later. So, I mean, Cubase, I don't know, I'll have to fight with Steinberg about their layouts and stuff. It should be fine. And hopefully I'll be taking a Berkeley course relating to Cubase, so that's right on. Still loading. There's so many samples there. I can't look away, so I'm stuck. Yeah. But yeah, it would be great if FL Studio could do that. They don't plan on... I think he's going to do it anyway. Because it seems like whenever I suggest something and they're like, no, eventually like 3 or 5 years later, they do it anyway. But it just seems like the natural progression of the wrapper. Like, why not? And I imagine like the inquiries or the support tickets will just be dealt with simply. Like, they just doesn't work on that plugin. It can't. environment, and it won't. But that's totally their decision, right? FL Studios, Image Alliance Baby, and whatever. They can do it as they please. I have sort of a pretty sophisticated workflow in it, and getting patterns back was sort of the winner. But it still doesn't have key changing on the fly, so that's why I'm going to Cubase, as well as a lot of tools Cubase has, like vocal alignment, stuff like that. They always say things like, oh, you know, we're working on it, and, you know, and then it takes years, like 5 to 10 years. So, like, if I could dish out an extra $150 and get something I want now, like that, then Cubase is so much worth it. As a kid, you don't have access to $150. It's not really plausible. So we're on AQ now. Still a little ways to go. A would be like QRSTUV, WXY, and Z. But I think it's like skipping a couple letters. I don't know why. Yeah, so it's like O. It's not even in any specific order. O. And Q is not a music note, so I don't know exactly how this whole labeling system works, but it's still alive, which is important. This whole stream is just going to be me sitting, watching a loading bar. But I have faith here. I have faith in R, Q, R, S. So I don't know why I jumped to O. What's the logic there? Not sure there's really any more discussions I want to get into. I can't look away, so I can't do anything. I think it's just that it continues to load. Like, this is what loads in the background when it's kind of like looks frozen. But the question is, why does it just sit there like that? Like, why do I have to stare at it for it to continue to do its thing? And I guess I'll know eventually if it like taps out, right? Because when I was watching the system monitor, you could see that it was still doing things. And we're back to Q again. Is it looking for the same samples? It's got them in like 3 different places. I'm surprised I put my samples in my documents. That's not really a place I would put it. But then again, back in the day, Windows My Documents wasn't cluttered with a million things from every program. That's essentially why I don't use My Documents anymore, or any sort of internal integrated project manager, because it just makes a mess of things. I have yet to meet a decent project manager. Back to R, QR. So I think it's looking for these same 2 samples. Maybe that's why it never loads. Because it just goes back and forth between the same 2 samples. Or the same samples. Keeps going round and round looking for these samples. And it should find them. I put them exactly where they need to be. V. Okay, so I'm on to V. Maybe it's like a duplicate sample in the set. Well, is the name changing? Strats F. The front part. I don't even want to move my mouse. Oh, this is brutal, man. Brutal. S now? Bouncing around S. So I think maybe it's just the layout, the way they're laid out. And there must be like 64 samples in the direct wave. Strat HD. So I think that front end name is changing too. I think there's like SD and so SF. Yeah, so it's changing the front bit too. I just want the effects and everything, right? That's why I'm going through this. I could just easily load up the samples, but hitting escape kills the machine. I'm so far in, it's sort of the escalation of commitment now. I gotta wait it out here. Strat HDT. EAT. Guitar. Okay, so we're into a completely different territory now. Guitar blue pop. AA. Opening direct wave. AB. So I wonder if it's finding them or not. Like I said, it doesn't really matter if it does. AC. It's going a little faster. Ooh. It's going way faster now. Oh, slow down. Looking for that AE. AF. AG. Is gold. AH. AI. AJ. AK. Exciting stuff. Quality content. He's the greatest streamer ever streamered. Oh. 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 Is that it? Did it tap out now after all that? I don't even want to. I'll give it like 5 minutes. I think it tapped out, eh? Maybe it's loading FBC now. I'll give it 2 minutes. 5 minutes seems a little much. So I haven't the clue. I haven't the foggiest what it's doing. And I do not want to resort to FL24. Yeah, I think it's totally tapped. Because I don't know if it's going to respond. I mean, I could just... Maybe I should just load it before I, like, head to work. I never thought of that. So I did think of it. I just didn't think it would really need it or it would justify it. But, like, I mean, the samples are in the right place. It should load. Maybe the samples are a different naming scheme. I never thought of that. That's why it can't find them, because using CD extract versus chicken system translator creates 2 different kinds of samples. Maybe that's why it can't find the samples, but I was saving them. I'm saving them as DWPs, so it should be the exact same naming scheme, right? I'm actually taking them out of the file. Okay, so that's toast, yeah. So I'll try again here. Let's go like this, and then I'll hold escape this time. And we'll just skip over everything. Not toast. Okay, so I don't know what's getting jammed. Open this again in Notepad and see. Actually, also see what naming scheme has here. Yeah, no, that's the right naming scheme. Okay, so let's find JWP. What am I missing here? Understrats MIDI 1. User, my documents. User. User's user. Okay, so let's try. Let's just try everything like this, right? So at that point, it should find it. Yeah. Then understrat 1 DWP. Understrat MIDI 1. Working on it. Why are you loading slow? Like, there's no need for that. Not even that many files. Okay, so wave.wave. Are you kidding me? That's why it can't find it, because it has an extra wave extension? Okay, so let's go renamer. Close, and then it's already set up to remove the file extension. Toss it in there. Starts. Yeah, it didn't even warn me because it sees that there was already rave. Okay, now that should. Oh my god, over and over again here. And yeah, it looks like it's loading now for once. Finally, it actually sees them properly. Nice. Wow, that took so long to get right. Did it actually load? Yeah, it loaded this too. Okay, cool. And then I've actually have the legit final here. Wow, that took forever. Let's hear it. Okay, and then how long does this? That's way too long. I'm gonna chop it down a bit. Say a minute and a half. What is this? Chorus, verse. Chorus, verse. Should we get us any changes? I don't see any changes. So all of this can go. I'm not sure why there's 3 extra patterns here. What's on 1, 2, and 3? It looks like a combined version or something. Okay, so finally, what I'm gonna do right away is export as a zip here. And then this goes into final. And then GUI base 5. Zipping, and I'm going to make sure that I can reopen it. Oh, I'll just open this, it's fine. I think it's still zipping though. Same. Oh yeah, it's zipping. Processing zip file. So I have to wait for the hourglass to kick out. Nice. What a roadblock. What a Roblox. And I swear this track is from a specific album. Still zipping. Yeah, it's gonna zip a lot, right? Okay, and what also I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this file location and I'll just put it in the text file inside the zip. Okay, so set the final here. It should be done. It is. Can I go by date modified? I want a new. Get rid of that pad preset. That's not doing anything. Text file. Let's save sample location. Samples location. I'll toss that there. Save. Toss that in here. Delete this. What? Inside. Oh. Okay, so why did you make a duplicate? Okay. Delete and then open here. Close that. Open here. Open. 2010 final. That one. Go. Opening. Opening. I don't think the other one worked though. The one before this, right? I think that broke because I could never get it to open. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. Okay, so what do I want to do here? Close this one. And I'll go look at that previous one after I get this one done. Let's close all these windows here, close that channel rack. Grab this guy, toss it on to send. Jump on here, grab my second version. Can I just, I'll just use this. 2024 2. Okay, everything's installed already. Okay, and then this is the guy I want to replace. So scope replace, none. In fact, I'm now going to save this as, we'll call this 2025. So it has that empty space there, and I can just toss these guys back in here like this. Oh. Okay, and then delete that. Well, replace with none, because that's how it used to happen. That's done. This is running. Everything running. Maximus, ozones. Waiting for ozone. And ozone is just there for dithering. Yes. Yes. Okay, so close everything again. Oh, no. Close everything again. And then give it a quick listen. Look-see here. Isn't there a way to get like... Oh, this is back in the day when they didn't have the histogram. It had this sonogram. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and save that again. Yes, like that. Yes, it's gonna take a little while to save these up again. Whilst that's saving, I can go make a load of the previous one there. And I have to open it differently, right? I gotta open it here. Okay, so let's go 2010 final. This guy. And it never loads, right? Because it's it's processing. Okay. Putting keys. Did it actually work? But it's not gonna find the Proteus, right? It's opening direct wave. It looks like it's stalled. Did it break down? It's doing something. Bit of a good sign there. Doodly. Okay, so there's now it's loading Proteus. And Proteus is going to say it's broken. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it past that. Okay, so this guy is still zipping. Is this done? And so did all. Yeah, no, it's just broken. Did it just... Oh, because of Proteus. Okay, so Proteus threw the pop-up, like, I can't find the samples, right? But then, yeah, okay, so let's reload it. And then I gotta watch out for that pop-up. You get out of my face. Busy over here. Okay, so now I want... Is that pop-up happening? Where is the pop-up? There it is. Would you like to locate the bank? No. And then we'll see if it responds without the bank here. I don't understand how Proteus works for that aspect. Okay, so GUI base 5. No dithering. Wave 16 bits. Delay compensation. Everything looks good. Go. You actually loaded. Okay. Okay, but you did not load your Proteus, did you? So every time I have to sort of load this Proteus. That's, I can't remember, unfiltered base or something. Banks, noise, presets, thick, fretless. Let's see if I can find it. And I don't know how to get it out. So yeah, I just stick the bank with it all the time. And then hopefully... Yes? No? Okay, do open it. Is it running? No, it's not. Why can't I see the screen here? There we go. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, and this is done already, right? No? Why isn't this done? Okay, something's up there. This is done. This is done. So I can close that. It's been exported, saved. All the samples are here. that one's running. Some jump max. Okay, so as long as they're loaded, they don't require samples, so I don't have to look at everything. What am I looking at here? Okay, so what I'll do is I'll finish this one. This guy goes over here. Grab this like this. Give me 2025. Okay. Okay, and then grab this guy and toss it back over here. Oop. Come on. There it is. Okay, and then drop this. Okay. And then I can save the zip. Replace this one. Yes. Do I just save changes? What does it matter? You don't even... this is... I can't remember. Fretless bass? That... That doesn't really matter here because it's gonna screw itself up anyway. Okay. So I require getting all these guys here in here. These are the originals. I think I have to make like a versions thing or something, right? How do I do that? Let's see what's inside here first. Yes, it's the file explorer. Rav 6. Why is there a zip inside a zip? Okay, but this shouldn't it be called versions? Yeah, I don't know why that one's not called versions. So this, and we call it GUI bass. Oh yeah, and then this is like 2020 something, whatever, right? 2025? No, 2020, 2010. 2010 versions? Like that? Or is it underscore? I think it's underscore. Let's see. Okay, so that only has one. Take me here. I want to see gar. It's the naming format, gar underscore. Okay, yeah, so it's underscore, but what about something that has like a date code? Date codes have a dash, right? And then underscore versions. Okay, so that only has one. Here be underscore 2. Is this, what is this? How does this? Underscore versions. Okay, so it doesn't even have its date code. So for an empty folder like this, it just says GUI. I'm going to leave the date code. I feel like it's supposed to be there, so. And then I send this to a zip. Send to compressed zip folder. Really? It's going to take that long. Okay, so this one's done. Can close this. Right? Did I export it? What did I do? I don't need to export it because I've done this already, but I'll export it again anyway. And how long is this here? What is this number? Give me that number. Yeah, that's fine. 2 minutes-ish. Okay, export. Yes, go. And then what are you doing? You're done. Cut. We head into GUI base. This is supposed to be, did I already do this? Yeah, okay. This is supposed to be dash 2010 underscore 5. No, underscore 5 dash 10. Right, that's how it works. Version then here? Yeah, version then here. Okay. And then head in here. Oh, I didn't. So am I still cutting here? Versions. Yeah, because there's no version, because it's the overall name, right? It's the core name. Okay. these other versions here. I guess I could just send them to compressed folder here, right? As well, these need to have their date code. This guy, is this done? Yeah, because I can close that. F2-2010. And then, what was the name? Oh, there it is. Okay, so then this is underscore versions. And of course, there's not already a name like this, right? GUBADM. So cut this, head in here. GUBADM. Let's go here. GUBADM. Yes. GUBADM. GUBADM. There we go. Okay, so yeah, there's only 1 year for that. Alright, I'll take that win there. Everything's looking good. I gotta just double check that this is in here. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's a win. Check out my website, jwpsite.com, for my social links, latest news and updates, and public offerings. If you'd like to help support what I do, check out my GoFundMe, JWP Fund, or my PayPal, jwpmas@gmail.com. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever makes you click or appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Until next time.